Here are a few more problems from the Chapter 4 and 5 quiz. So here's the first one, number 16. We're just going to simplify this expression using the law of exponents. So it looks like we can take this 2 and using the power of a quotient law, we can put this power on the 5 and the 6. So this gives us 5 squared over 6 squared. So that's going to be 25 over 36. And if we could simplify this, we would, but there's nothing else we can do to simplify that one, so we're all done. All right, let's have a look at 17. Again, we're going to simplify using the laws of exponents. So we have a couple options for how to start out. We could start by using the power of a product rule to put this exponent, -3, on the 4 and the b, but I want to deal with this minus sign first. Remember that a negative exponent really puts you in the denominator. Okay, so this 4b to the -3, the negative means we're actually in the denominator, so it's 4b to the 3rd. And when there's nothing in the numerator, actually it's a 1 that's in the numerator. So we'll put a 1 there. Now we can work on the denominator here. Now I'm going to use the power of a product law to put this exponent 3 on the 4 and the b. So 1 over 4 to the 3rd, b to the 3rd. So that's 1 over 4 to the 3rd is 64, I think. So 1 over 64b to the 3rd. And again, this is as simplified as it's going to get. There's nothing else we can do to combine anything or cancel anything. Okay, let's have a look at 18. So 18 has to do with scientific notation. For 18, we're going to convert this from scientific notation into standard notation. Converting this into standard notation is really just figuring out what this number is. So it's 5 times 10 to the -3rd, that's 1 over 10 to the 3rd. So this is 5 times 1 over 1,000. 5 times 1 over 1,000, that's 5 over 1,000. And then you should simplify this fraction. This is 1 over 250. So as a fraction, the answer is 1 over 250. But there's another way to do this. It's sort of a shortcut for getting standard notation from scientific notation. So here's the shortcut. We'll take our 5 here. Okay, and right now the decimal point is right here, immediately to the right of 5. The -3, the exponent on the 10, tells us which direction and how far to move this decimal point. So since it's -3, we're going to move this decimal point to the left 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So it goes here. And any blank spot that it moves by, there's really a 0 there. So our answer is 0.005. It turns out that 0.005 is just the decimal representation for the fraction 1 over 250, so this is the same answer as we got before. It's just written differently. Okay, let's look at 19. So here, writing this in scientific notation. So just like the last one, there's sort of 2 ways to do this. I'll start out by using factors of 10. So 1,200, this is 1.2 times 1,000. Okay, work that out if you aren't sure why that is. But then 1,000 is actually 10 to the 3rd. So this is 1.2 times 10 to the 3rd, and this is scientific notation. Okay, it's a number with just one a digit to the left of the decimal, times some power of 10. Okay, the other way to do this one, it again has to do with keeping track of the decimal. So to get to scientific notation, move the decimal so that there's only one digit to the left of the decimal. So 1, 2, 3. So we moved it 3. And since we moved it to the left, it's times 10 to the third. So the number of moves that you make tells you what power of 10 you need. So we get 1.2 times 10 to the third. You can see you get the same thing either way, so it's just a matter of taste about which way you want to do it. So let me know if you have any questions.